Hi, you're watching Democracy or Dictatorship? America in the News. America needs to talk about the right wing's Red Caesar plan for U.S. dictatorship. Thought leaders of the far right are talking openly about a 2025 dictatorship. People need to be alarmed. And this is a summary of a column by Will Bunch of the Philadelphia Inquirer, who starts, America needs to talk about the right's Red Caesar plan for a U.S. dictatorship. Thought leaders of the far right talk openly about a 2025 dictatorship. People need to be alarmed. The incredible scenes over the past week on Capitol Hill, leaving the U.S. House without a speaker and promising an autumn of sheer chaos in Congress, marked a rapid escalation of the downward spiral of American democracy. And most of the folks who get paid big bucks to understand politics could not make any sense of it. The alleged brain trust of an increasingly fascist MAGA movement wants an American dictatorship that would suspend democracy in January 2025, just 15 months from now. This is Michigan's ultra-conservative professor at Hillsdale College, Kevin Slack. He has written, "The new right now often discusses a red Caesar, by which it means a leader whose post-constitutional rule will restore the strength of his people." Also on that team is the infamous Steve Bannon, who worked in the White House, outside the White House, to the same effect: chaos, disruption. And things are getting more terrible by the day, whether it's the mob on Staten Island tormenting residents of a temporary shelter for refugees by bombarding them with noise or flashlights, or the shockingly ugly social media swarms of right-wingers mocking the murders of liberals like Philadelphia journalist Josh Kruger or New York's Ryan Carson. But the chaos at the bottom of the political food chain is coming from the same instincts tearing apart the top of government, a desire to blow it all up. Mainstream media just can't figure it out. And CNN, the New York Times, the Washington Post seem to want to play a game of both sides ism, where every stumble by Biden, even physical or speech by speech, is treated the same as Trump's horrific plans should he be reelected. And this is what the Los Angeles Times said about that. Trump has very specifically said in recent speeches and interviews what he would do if he takes office on January 20th, 2025. He'd name a special prosecutor to go after his political enemies. He'd blow up the civil service protections to fill the government with his acolytes. He'd deploy the military in a massive deportation campaign, and he'd send troops to control crime in Democratic-led cities. Well, most Americans, fortunately, don't want fascism, don't want a dictatorship, but we've lost the battle to the conservative movement in their desperate tactics, struggling to win free and democratic elections without the numbers. They are determined to impose their cherished hierarchies, including white supremacy and the patriarchy, by any means necessary. So it's up to us. It's up to Americans, most of whom don't want to live under a dictatorship, and we have the power to stop this. Still. But America is never going to prevent the Red Caesar unless we start talking about it loudly and right away in coffee shops, barber shops, any shop. We must participate and stop this descent into fascism. Well, to learn more, we recommend two things. We will put a link to the article from the Philadelphia Inquirer in the description below this video, and we will also give you the link to our new book about the culture wars and how it is affecting the LGBTQ community and all of America. Thank you for watching. Be well, be safe, be involved.